The story is told of two outdoor enthusiasts who hired a bush plane to fly them to a remote lake for their annual fishing trip. Following a successful outing, the pilot returned to retrieve them. However, he quickly informed the fishermen that his small plane would not support them, their equipment, and the added weight of the fish they'd caught. A second flight would be required. Now, the sportsmen were not interested in paying for a second round trip, so after a promise to pack tightly and a small bonus payment, the pilot reluctantly agreed to attempt the flight. The fishermen grinned knowingly as the pilot forced the aircraft into the air. However, seconds later, the plane stalled and crashed into a large, flat, swampy area at the end of the lake. The plane had stalled as it flew out of a well-known phenomenon called ground effect. Ground effect is created when air is compressed between the aircraft's wings and the Earth's surface when they're in close proximity. In this case, as the bush plane inched its way upward out of ground effect, it was required to fly on its own power, which it simply could not do. Fortunately, there were no serious injuries, and after regaining their senses, one of the fishermen asked the other what happened. The second replied, "We crashed on takeoff about 100 yards from where we ended up last year." Now, like the two sportsmen, occasionally we believe that there must be an easier way, a shortcut or modification of the Lord's commandments that will accommodate our individual circumstances. Thoughts such as these fail to acknowledge that strict obedience to God's laws brings His blessings, and failure to abide by His laws leads to foreseeable consequences.